we doing, guys?
Bobby Quaaludes in the house.
How we doing? So you can see that it is the Pat and Bob show tonight.
Bottom of the barrel stuff here, kids. You know we're desperate when it's me and Bobby on the line.
Sean is out in Vegas.
Lacey's knocking out some few stuff. She's really busy knocking out some stuff with Lukey. So, that's why we got a team to make sure things get taken care of, make sure we can try to give away some money.
Who likes money?
I like money.
Go in the comments. Who likes money?
I'm not good at giving it away. No pay Patty here. Probably not pay anybody tonight, but we'll try.
Make sure you have live chat on and not top chat. Let's test out that chat right now. I see Lying Wilson. I see Musgrave. I see Georgia Stone, Natalie, Jackie Vaughn. I see everyone.
Yeah, this is like you're watching at home. See, it's perfect.
Yeah. All right. So I guess it's that time to who wants to guess the producer?
Oh. We should have that as a separate prize every night, I feel like.
I feel like we should too.
Although I kind of gave some of it away since, I said Luke was off with Lacey. So, there's not a lot of options.
Well, Luke could be producing. He does a lot of things.
He can. He is a multitasker.
He is.
That he is.
So are we gonna? Okay, it looks like we got
some solid
James.
guesses in here.
James. Do we have any more guesses? No. Okay, producer, show yourself.
What's happening?
James Lewis.
Man, the best producer, in my personal opinion, the best producer ever. And I'm the podcast dude. So if you want the best producer in the world to produce your podcast, then get to All-Star Weekend.
That was a good pitch, Bobby. Jamesy is the best, though.
He is.
I appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, everybody in the chat. LaShawn Merritt. Brooke
What
Lyons.
up, LaShawn?
What's up, everybody?
Jamesy's a gifted individual. He's really good at what he does. He's also really good at speaking. I know he doesn't like to be the center of attention. He's like me. He kind of likes to just handle his business on the backside and do what you're supposed to do, and you don't like being in the limelight. But that's a talented young man, especially for his age. He's as wise as they get. I know we always say that, but
man, so
James is a good dude.
James is very talented, but how he can articulate stuff, like, I have like somewhat experience with content, but when I ask James a question, he either sends me a link or he'll show me, and it's like, wow, all the other content creators that I follow and try and learn from, like, it doesn't click, but James is just like, let me show you how to press a button and make your life way easier. So
I appreciate.
Go check out James's YouTube. What is
should
it?
just have James come over here. Really, that would probably be better. But we appreciate him being here, helping Bobby and I out producing tonight. So
yeah,
and we're happy all of you are here. We appreciate it. Again, we're sorry Sean and Lacey aren't here, but they're busy doing their thing, and again, we'll do our best. So we'll eventually let you guys ask some questions here in a minute, but got a couple announcements, I guess, to go over. First of all, like Bobby mentioned, we got All-Star Weekend in Indy next week. Pretty excited. First time since, I believe, 1985, the All-Star Game's been in Indiana. So big thing for the city. We had the Super Bowl here about, 12, 13 years ago. So that was like the last major sporting thing we had. Obviously, we got the Indy 500 every year, but to be able to have this here is a big deal, in my opinion. So again, if you're wanting to podcast, obviously we got an incredible VIP dinner, as Sean keeps saying, with Dominique Wilkins, the 1985 dunk champion.
Let's go.
Air Jordan. But, and Meta, Sandiford, Artest, World Peace, Ron Artest, whatever you want to call him, Darren Prince, obviously Sean and Lacey, Dave will be there. And I guarantee we're going to have some more people there. It's going to be amazing how many people are walking around the city and trying to be a part of everything. So obviously we'd love to have you here. Got to find yourself to Indy. Easy flight right into Indy. Hell, we're probably 10 minutes from the airport. Everything going on downtown. So
it's not like you're flying into Montana You have to drive 6 hours. You're flying into Indy.
Indy's good to get to.
It is.
That's why people like it. That's why we got the NFL Combine that always goes on here. People like Indy. And you got to come check out the cool basketball court they put in the airport. That thing's been going viral everywhere. People think that's pretty incredible. Should have had Lukey send a picture of that, but
Should be a cool weekend. I'm really excited for it. A lot of people going to be in town. Obviously, who you're seeing on the screen, but you never know who you're going to run into at All Star Weekend. So I just think overall the vibes in the city are going to be on another level, and we get to benefit that. It's just in our backyard, so it should be a lot of fun.
amen. Yes, it will be. And then, really, we're about 5 weeks out now, 5.5 weeks out, if that, from SRP in Dallas. Nice, hopefully warm Dallas.
If you don't know who Ryan Stewman is, go on Instagram right now at Hardcore Closer. This guy is an incredible individual. I've been following him for years. Was actually going to go and see him speak somewhere else, but now he's coming to me to speak. So, pretty.
That's a good deal right there.
Yeah, can't beat that. And then obviously we got Michael Port, then the incredible Sean Dill and Lacey Book, and then obviously
Yeah,
the great David Meltzer.
He's like a family member to us now.
Yeah.
We love Dave. Dave makes me smile. That's a good man. So
We got people in the chat who just heard Dave speak live in Las Vegas.
let's go.
Let's go.
He's in the Super Bowl arena. Well, not the actual arena, but Super Bowl area in Vegas. So
Is that LaShawn?
LaShawn.
LaShawn ran over there to see him. She ran from New York and got there in about 45 minutes. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, I did. Sean had just said he was speaking, so that's pretty cool. I love that. Well, like I said, we're gonna let everybody ask a couple questions for the team tonight. But since Bob, most people maybe haven't had a chance to meet Bob yet. He's only kind of been to one event, so I don't know how many people have had a chance to get to know him. But I've grown really close to Bobby and spent a lot of time with him here the last 6 months or so, and he's got a pretty incredible story. And I felt that he should probably share what he did to kind of get here. He didn't have to go all the way back to his very beginnings, but at least kind of explain what he did to get here and what he wanted to do and be a part of this incredible team we got here at Black Diamond Club. So, Bobby, I'll let you take the stage here for a few minutes and do your thing.
All right. Yeah, appreciate that, guys. So, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but I had the original None of Your Business podcast. That's how I met Sean and Lacey. We ended up collabing, going to an event, summer camp. I fell in love with BDC after that. And then, seeing what BDC did and what Sean and Lacey were doing, like I wanted to be a part of it. And I didn't know anyone like in my home state at the time that I could be in proximity with. Like if you want to, you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, like, well, I didn't want to be the average of my hometown. I wanted to learn from people that were doing the things that I want to be doing. So I reached out to Sean and I was like, hey, can I come work for free for you one summer? And he's like, yeah, just get a hold of Luke and Pat. And I was like, who's Pat? I'll reach out to Luke. So, reached out to Luke, got that figured out. And like, I literally had no money coming out here. I had $10 to my name. I went to go fill up my gas tank. And then I gave 3 of those dollars to a homeless man with some like McDonald's coupons. And so I left town with $7. Literally door dashed from city to city, like to get gas and like a little bit of food. And then I would sleep in my car. And like it took me like a week to get out here. Because I would like literally just like doing anything to get there. So I made it out here, end up sleeping in my car for like 4 or 5 days, went and got a loan like at like one of those like crazy high interest rate places like cash loans or whatever. And, I was willing to do anything to come out here and work for free to be around people that were doing the things that I want to be doing. My plan was only coming out here for the summer, so I dropped out of school, packed up everything, moved it into storage, and my plan was just to come out here for the summer. And then one day they're like, "Hey, you want a job?" And I'm like, "What?" Yeah, like I don't even know what they said. I was like in shock. I was like, "What?" Like, okay. So, like for me, like I like was willing to do whatever it took to get to where I want to be, and like am I where I want to be right now? Yeah, like I'm happy with where I am, but like what's the next step for me? So when it comes like just taking that risk and knowing that it will pay off in the long run was like totally worth it. Like, so if you are struggling, like for me, like if like struggling with money, like I don't care with like your excuses. Like I literally slept in my car and drove across the country and door dashed. Like if my car broke down or a tire went out, like I would have been screwed. But I was just like, I'm gonna make this happen. So here we go.
I love that, Bobby. That's good stuff, man. We're happy you're here. At least I am. I don't know. I won't speak for everybody else, but I assume that they're all happy you're here. And, you know, if Sean Lacey offered you a job, you know, that to me that speaks enough volumes right there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
again, we're happy to have you here.
I'm
I
glad to
appreciate
be
you
here.
sharing your story. I think that's incredible that you did all that just to make it out here with no guarantees. Again, you risked it all, and we were talking even before the show, like if you fail, so what? Move on, next
Exactly.
thing. Like keep rolling. You can't beat yourself up about that kind of stuff. I think people get down on themselves so much about things. Um, you know, people make mistakes. It's what you do after those mistakes, I think, that really makes a difference. So, like I said, I props to you, Bobby, for doing what you did. I don't know if I could have even pulled that off. Um, so again, I love it, but I'm thankful you're here. I'm glad you're able to be a part of all these things. I love your enthusiasm. Um, you're always excited to be able to work and just have the opportunity. I think people forget that it's a blessing to have a job and be able to go to work every day. Um,
No,
you just get used to
absolutely.
it. But
And we do some really cool stuff.
we get to do some incredible stuff.
Like,
Um,
yeah.
we really do.
I
It's
was, yeah.
it's a special world we get to live in, and some of the incredible people we get to meet. And sometimes you're right, you do it so often, maybe you become numb to it, and you don't think it's as unique and special. Um, but no, I think that's what makes this team so unique is we continue to enjoy what we're doing, and are very thankful and so lucky to have Sean and Lacey. Again, we get to be around them all the time. We don't even have to pay coaching fees. That's a good deal. So, you know, we're always learning. If we aren't learning from them, that's on us, and we're the ones making the mistakes on that. But no, like I said, happy to have you here, Bobby.
Man, I'm glad to be here. I'm really glad. Like, worst case scenario, like if it didn't work out, then like just go back to Montana.
Montana seems like a nice place. They filmed Yellowstone there. I know a lot of people like Yellowstone.
Yeah,
Bobby knows where that's at. He sent me a picture when he went back there last time. So
I did. Yeah, my brother like got married on the border of the Dutton Ranch.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
I love it. I love it. Well, like I said, if anybody want to ask any questions, you know,
Yeah. What are some
or they
questions?
just don't want to ask questions, or just like, you know, get through the 5 names and don't pay me my money, Pat, like you normally do every time you're on here. You can go that route too. But yeah, what do we have? Quote? You can ask anything, I guess. It doesn't even have to be about us. We'll try and answer the best we can, and try and keep you informed.
Yeah, come on. What do we got?
Unless James has a question. You got a question, James? You got anything good for us? Got anything we want to answer? You got anything you want to answer? You're the wisest one in the room, so you know.
No, I just want to give extra props to Robert, to Bobby, just for coming out. I mean, like you said, Pat, taking that risk, and even people in the chat giving you props as well, leaning into that risk, but really understanding the value of being around certain people and willing to literally drive across the country to be surrounded by them is definitely a huge risk. And obviously you see the value of being around Sean and Lacey. So I mean, I would think if I was Sean and Lacey, like that's a huge compliment that someone would be willing to leave everything behind, risk all that they have, drive across the country, door dashing just to be able to keep going and to work for free just to be around them. I'd be super humbled if I was Sean and Lacey. And I think that they are for sure, that someone wants to be around them that bad. and showing that level of desire to be around them. So major props to you.
Thank you.
That's gonna take you very far, I think. So yeah,
Appreciate
kudos
that.
to you.
Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate you.
No, we appreciate you. Oh, we got questions.
What are the
What we got?
some questions?
Where do you guys see yourselves in 1 year?
Here.
Here?
Here.
Anything more that you want to elaborate on that?
Like eventually I want to become a black BDC certified coach.
Okay.
Like that is and start coaching. That is here, but a part of the culture and coaching people. Like I've always had a desire to coach people, especially like people with like my background. So that's what I want to do.
Okay.
What about you, Pat?
I can get down with that. You know, it's funny. If you asked me right now, is there anything else I need in life right now? And I would probably tell you no. Pretty content. I'm healthy. Uh, family's healthy. Work for an amazing company and people. Um, I'm a relatively simple guy. Like I said, I'm very blessed. Um, so you know what? Sometimes that's hard, and I try. I used to look so far ahead that I actually answer this question a little different now. I'm more thankful for just every day I have now. I used to look so far ahead, I wouldn't be so focused in the moment and enjoy those moments that I do have, or like when we have a cool dinner with a Michael Chandler or something like that. Like I was always like, well, what do we have in a few weeks that I've got to worry? Like instead of just truly being there and being in the moment. But again, I just want to continue to learn and become better, and I want to be able to help more people. Um, at the end of the day, I know we always preach that, but I want to be able to impact, even if it's just one person you can help your entire life. You never know quite what that will do for that person, and maybe that person will be able to help someone else, and so on and so forth. But again, I'm very content, but I want to continue to grow as a person and help more people.
Love that. Jamesy?
Yeah, we'll let James get on this one.
It's a good question. I don't think I ponder it too often, but I think overall, just learning so much from Sean and Lacey. It's one. I would say one. Just want to continue learning, be smarter, wiser, more knowledgeable, more experienced than who I am right now. Just continuing to build upon that, and then just kind of hearing both of you speak. I think what hit me is having more influence, gaining more influence in a positive way. So, Pat, you said you want to continue helping people. I kind of share that vision myself and just wanting to be able to give back to people I love and care about in any way that I can. I feel super blessing, fortunate, grateful to be where I'm at. And there's people who have had a hand less dealt. The hand dealt to them was way less than the one that was given to me. So, how can I just pay it back that way and help uplift other people? So, it's kind of vague, but at the same time, it's just overall, like, I think there's a lot of ways to accomplish that. And so, I don't want to limit myself to one specific way, but I think having more influence would be great.
I like that.
Love it. Love it.
I like that. Good question.
Uh,
Jennifer White wants to know if her name is really in the digital canasta thingy. Your name is in there right next to James Taylor's name. They are right next to each other.
Well,
I can't believe we haven't pulled them at this point. It blows my mind. I heard it helps to slip the producer at 20 before we actually, pick the names. But other than that, I can't, can't confirm or deny. But I'm pretty sure I saw us download the fresh list like we do every Wednesday. So
Fresh
we're all
list.
in there, all BDC, all BYS. It's all in there.
well, there might have been a hiccup with the J's.
Oh, okay. I can't help
James
you with that.
and Jennifer White.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's good. Let's see here. What's something you wish you knew right away about producing podcasts? That's definitely for you two, not for me.
You want to go first, James?
I guess I'm not sure if it's asking like before getting into it, one thing we wish we knew, or even like considering what we know now, like what's one extra thing. So I guess I can answer both. But I think maybe getting into podcasts, understanding the value of just like being consistent and allowing the show to like to go every single week and just really committing to that and knowing that over time it will compound, like your efforts will compound. And it may not be linear that your growth happens. It could be very humble beginnings for a year, 2 years, but then year 3 or year 4 things could really start to take off. And it could be just with one episode, one guest, that your exposure and your brand and your audience really grows. I think today one extra thing that I would look that I wish I knew right away um, was, I think, more specifically how to reach like more people, like more like guests. Like there's, I think podcasting is blowing up, and so being able to build relationships with bigger names like in certain spaces, like being able to like connect with those people, like how to actually like strategically do that effectively, yeah, to influence more people.
Yeah. So for me, I wish that I knew one proper mic technique. Like so many times, people like that I was recording, they're like, "You're interviewing me, and you don't have proper mic technique." Like, so being coached literally in an interview, like uh, Dave Jackson, that like he literally did that. um, but also, like, it doesn't matter how big your audience is. You could have an audience of 5 or 5 million. You're not going to be Joe Rogan after the third episode, nor should you expect to be Joe Rogan after your third episode. But your audience, to them, you are their Joe Rogan. You have a compelling message that needs to be heard, and that is content in the service that you provide or through your story or your skill set. Like, people need to hear that message, and you're doing a disservice of not letting the world know. For years, like, I want to start a podcast when I was 19, and I didn't do it till I was 25. I always had this fear and doubt, like, oh, are people gonna like, what are people gonna think of me? Um, you know, the thoughts inside my own head. But really, like, everyone goes through a struggle. It doesn't matter what our background is, and we can overcome that. And we can overcome that by sharing. We can overcome any obstacle in our way with business, relationships, uh, or in a service that you provide by sharing your message. And like, I was always hung up on that. Like, I would buy the equipment and like then throw it away because like I would hear myself in the playback and just be in fear. But really, just getting started and finding my own voice, like, that's what I feel like, just getting started and like knowing that like you have a message that you need that needs to be shared with the world, if I can talk. Wow. So, yeah.
I like that. Good stuff, Bobby. You're doing well tonight.
Well, they usually put me in the closet,
Give you
so.
flowers on that. You're doing well, Bobby. Let's see. What else we got on here, Jamesy? Any other good
Why do we
questions?
park in the driveway but don't drive in a parkway? Well, have you ever been to Montana?
I don't know if anybody has, Bobby.
No, they haven't.
All right, what we got? Dana Dealing. What's the number one issue everyone should consider in the next election? Sean would love this question.
Oh,
I feel like I have an answer, but
Yeah, I don't
I
love
have an
the
answer. I have an answer. I know we don't typically go political on this program, and I'm not. This is not a political answer at all. But I just think it's funny. Maybe as a comic relief. But I would say for two of the front runners, the current and the front runner for the other party, I would say, and this is not meant to be an insult, but the physical and mental longevity of both of them, if either one's going to serve longer than the to serve the term and a second term if that's possible. Just the health. And I'm making that a good faith comment. Like generally speaking, like who do we have that can do the job and do it well?
No comment from me.
If we were on Rumble, I would say something else, but
Yeah,
I don't want to.
we won't touch that, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be a massive impact depending on which way it goes. I know I can make that statement. But Jack Borla needs help. Jack, I don't know if you need help. I feel like Jack's one of the strongest people I know.
Maybe he just wants some
Jack.
patty time.
He never calls me, so you know.
Well,
always
he's reaching
available.
out.
I'm always available. He knows that I love him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Frank Chi. Ooh, this is a good one. Of all the investment opportunities that BDC members have been presented, which one are you three invested in and which ones are you most excited about? I know which one James is most excited about.
What's that?
The one you're invested in.
Oh yeah.
I hope so. I know you're invested in it.
I thought you were
James
talking
may
about
have
in the
forgot.
future. I thought you were talking about in the future. Yeah. Yeah, there's obviously there's been multiple investment opportunities, some really exciting ones that have come across the board. I had the opportunity to invest with Axia Partners, which is a real estate fund headed up by Dave Allred, and he actually came to Money Matters a couple years ago. Spoke Phoenix.
Yep.
And so he also was on the podcast with Sean and Lacey, and I just kind of really connected to what their mission was and kind of how they collaborate with their investors, their partners, and so I decided to invest in that one. But there was definitely some other ones that I was also looking to get in. I mean, Cram is another one, and funny enough, that's tonight's sponsor is Cram Nutrition.
Man, those things are good.
They are pretty good. And great partners in that. Obviously, got Michael Chandler, who's a figurehead in that brand. So yeah,
I love that. Bobby, I don't know if you're invested in any of them. I know you kind of just got here recently. So
No, I literally door dashed across the country less than a year ago.
it's all right.
But one day, it's in my book of yet.
I like that.
So
I like that. Okay. I'm not directly in any of them here, but I'm in some real estate stuff. And it's amazing what I've been able to learn just in the last few years on what Sean and Lacey have had me kind of oversee as far as their personal stuff and some of the other real estate deals that we're a part of. And then my wife obviously is in real estate as well. So I love that. I love the numbers on that. And I don't know. I just enjoy real estate in general. So yeah, can't complain. That's the route I'll probably keep going. But let's see what else we got. You got anything else in here, Bobby?
Any more questions? Been in BDC for many years. I don't want to miss the content, but I'm feeling like I need to fully commit to the BYS community for a few months. Any suggestions? So it depends. Like, where in your business are you? Are you in more of the starting out and growing your business, or are you looking to scale your business? If you are, depending on what phase you are in, and you are essentially like just starting out, then I think anybody would agree, like, go to BYS, go where best fits you. We'd love to have you be a part of either one or even both of them. But at the end of the day, like, you got to make the best decision for you. And if it's more resonates with you to go into BYS and stay there, then that's what I personally recommend. Like, we don't want you to do anything that doesn't make sense for you.
Yep. Yep, I can second that. I agree. You got any comments, James? I didn't want to take away from any of your comments.
nope. I third that sentiment.
Okay. Okay. Skip talk saying Axie is legit. Axie is great.
Where are these comments and questions at, right?
All right.
Thank you.
Actually, we've had a steady flow of questions. I can't complain.
I was reading
That's all right.
I was reading.
You know, they're doing their thing. They just want to win some money. I understand. Talk in general. I just want to help others be better. Knowledgeable does to drive why. I'd like to know. Like to hear that. It's how we connect.
Okay.
All your talk is so general. I just want to help others be better, smarter.
Oh, get a little more direct as in what it is that we're wanting to help people with, or what it is that we're wanting to do.
Yeah. So with me, with my background, like I want to help people that have walked a similar life as me, who want to, yeah, be around entrepreneurs, maybe eventually be an entrepreneur. Uh, I ran my podcast like a business and was operating it as a business. So that's what like I want to do, and also like help people that were once in a spot like me to get to a better spot. That's like that's like what I want to do is
Okay.
truly help people that was once in a spot like me to get to a better spot.
Okay. For me, I don't know if many people know, but I'm adopted and been very blessed. I was adopted since I was a kid. Didn't know until they told me when I was 10. Um, Lived in an amazing household. Never had to worry about anything. But I know a lot of people aren't as lucky with that. So, me and my wife actually do have a couple kids in Grand Rapids, Michigan, that we help take care of and support, and eventually want to get them here to be with us sometime sooner than later. But I would love to do that and coach some teams. I grew up playing sports my whole life. I love coaching. I love being an impact on young people's lives. And, again, I'm so lucky to have the life I have. And I was very blessed to have a great uh, set of parents and even a step parent that was just as impactful on my life. So that to me kind of shaped who I was. And I realized how important that is to have in life. And there's not a lot of people that get that love and support as I did. So I want to try and help do that as best I can for as many other people as I can for as long as I can. So again, try and make more money so I can help more people and free my time up a little more to be able to do
I love that, man. I didn't even realize that. But no, that's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing that. I would say for myself, um, it's definitely important for me the drive to like wake up every morning and be able to do something that I enjoy. I think I was around 21 years old when I kind of identified the three areas of just three general areas of if I woke up every day and I was working in these three things, like that I would be fulfilled and satisfied. Number one is photography and videography, and here I am, loving every minute of it. Second is real estate, and the third is online business. So lots of different online businesses out there, but just investing time in those three areas, I think I'd wake up and be fulfilled if I spent the rest of my life doing those things. Inside of that, trying to create time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom by doing those three things for the sole purpose of being able to give back to the people I love and care about through experiences, specifically experiences that could really change someone's life. And there's lots of ways that that can happen, but really supporting and funding unique opportunities, life experiences that maybe folks wouldn't be able to have, but then they experience it and their life is kind of changed forever. So, and also to be able to experience that with them. So that's kind of what I'm really clear on today. If you were to ask me, so thank you, Kathleen, for asking us to go a little bit deeper. Hopefully that helps you connect to all three of us.
I love questions like that.
that. That was good. I'm glad she asked that as we didn't really dive. She was right. So
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. What is the best breed of chicken to raise for laying eggs?
Any of Patty's chickens.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds of chicken advice now that I've had chickens for 4 years of my life. Chickens are delicate. They could be perfectly fine 1 minute and then be dead the next minute. So there is about a 10 to 20% attrition on those chickens. So you just gotta kind of keep breeding them all and keep rolling with it. Unfortunately, being on a farm, you learn to deal with death a lot, which is kind of sad. and you get numb to it for a little bit. But I mean, I wouldn't even say there's a particular breed that's better than others. Silkies are very delicate chickens. Don't do that. They can't get wet. They can't do all kinds of stuff. But that's all the Raven Hollywood, as people wants to have the fancy, funny looking chickens. But you know, any chicken that's loyal and lays an egg is a good chicken. Doesn't matter what breed it is.
Well, you got
And
that
it's
one
nice to have
chicken that is fancy.
We got lots of fancy chickens, Robert. We must have 150 chickens. So
Wow. I didn't know you had that many.
that's 150 chickens more than I thought I'd ever own. So, sometimes you don't know where life will take you, but you know what? Daughter's happy with it. Wife's happy. I got a roof over my head. I'm not complaining. So it could be a lot worse.
We did have one. Oh, sorry. We did have one further back up. I think we missed. What do you recommend for getting sponsorship for podcasts? That's organic. It doesn't feel forced.
Oh, yeah. So at least my experience that I have told my clients in the past is going somewhere and offering a collaboration with a brand that aligns with you. Like if whatever it can, even if like it's like a local mom and pop shop in your hometown, and start a collaboration that way. That's what I would do. I didn't like have like for one experience or for one example, one of my clients got reached out to Manscaped, but it was two women on a financial literacy podcast. Like that doesn't make sense. Like two women are going to talk about Manscaped. Maybe it does, but no. Just going somewhere and presenting value, especially if like you're a lower level tier. Your audience, especially if you have a local geo audience, like going to a mom and pop shop can have a huge mutual benefit to it.
Okay.
For sure.
See if we got any more. Pat never let me see his chickens. I'm sorry, Jack. Man, like next time you come here, you can stay with me and you can spend all the time you want out on the farm.
Natalie asked, who are your biggest mentors in business or otherwise outside of Sean and Lacey?
I have a few. One, he's no one famous, but he was the first positive role model in my life at 19, and his name's Conrad. And he got me into the entrepreneurial mindset. And like, I owe him a lot. And then, like, for the famous ones, I would say Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., Tom Bilyeu, Bradley are like, and then Evan Carmichael as well are like the ones that I gravitate towards more. What about you, Pat?
I like that. Same for me. I got a guy that kind of grew up with around in the club that taught me a lot of things, and I think I taught him some things as well. So it was a unique relationship. His name was Barry Hamdorf. He worked as a wealth management advisor for a long time at Merrill Lynch. But we enjoyed some good times, and I think as much as he helped me grow as a person, I think I helped him grow in the same way. So I thought it was a unique relationship, and again, taught me a lot in life. Again, I like a lot of the guys that Bobby just named, are like Ryan Pineda. I know you said not Sean and Lacey, but I can tell you every person on his team believes Sean and Lacey are better at what they do than anybody else is. So again, Sean will agree that I literally reiterated that to him on a phone call earlier this week, that everybody here believes they are the best at what they do. So again, I think sometimes we take for granted that we're around them all the time, but truly blessed to be a part of that.
For sure. Definitely Sean and Lacey are big mentors of mine. I would say personally, my dad. I know I can pick up the phone and call him, talk to him about pretty much anything, and he's always going to be able to give me some wise advice. So I lean into that a lot when I really am grateful for it. When it comes to business, I would say Dr. Myron Golden has been someone I've been consuming a lot of their content in the past year and a half. Actually, shout out to Josh Matthews on the team. He's the one who kind of introduced me to him, and Sean and Lacey actually did some work with him a while back. So it's kind of interesting how the paths intersect. But there's just certain things that he says about business, about faith that just really resonate with me. And he just says it in a way that's like really charismatic and it like very simple stuff. But yeah, it hits me a different way. I've learned a lot from him.
Love it.
I love it. Love it. Kathleen asked if we can turn the volume up more. Maybe we're not talking into our mics very well.
Maybe we have to talk louder. But
ASMR.
Usually I'm pretty loud, so
ASMR.
up almost all the way.
Can you hear me now?
we'll work on it. Myron is incredible, yes. James talks a lot about Myron, so I can second that. I know he loves Myron. Loves him, loves him, loves him.
We think about some money.
Yeah,
Oh,
40
yeah,
minutes, that's
man.
pretty good.
Wow.
I don't want to keep the people too long. Plus, 40 minutes of Sean and Lacey is a lot better than 40 minutes of us three, but we appreciate anyone who's sticking around. We'll say it's because you stuck around for us. We know it's about the money, and I'm okay with that. I can totally be okay with that.
Yeah. All right. Show them the money.
Let's try. No Pay Patty's here trying to change the name. Trying to change it to Payday Patty. So what we got? 500. We're doing 5 names tonight, Jamesy.
But
All right.
I do need some help here. My mouse on this computer has disappeared.
Oh no, we went rogue on the mouse. We're just gonna have to keep talking now.
Oh man.
On a day that No Pay Patty is on camera.
Well, I'm not the one producing, so it's not my fault. So,
Yeah, I would say we were propping up the best producer in the game, but we have lost the mouse. That's a very I won't say his name, but that sounds like something somebody used to do all the time. But he's getting it figured out. Thanks, Georgia, for the positive vibes. I appreciate it. We just all wish here on the team that we could listen to you talk every day.
yes,
I love
Georgia,
it.
have
I
you
love
started
it.
your podcast yet?
I love it, love it, love it.
We're back in business, guys.
Oh, we are back. We are back.
Let's
$500.
go.
Bang. 500 biscuits. I saw some names in there. Oh!
Kim Arbuckle.
Oh, come on, let's go.
Pat knows who Kim Arbuckle is. How long have you known Kim Arbuckle?
I've known Kim for probably 10 years, and I will tell you, nobody throws a better Halloween party.
Let's
than
go,
Arbuckle.
Kim. Let's go.
I've been to 300 parties in my life. Top 4, probably 4 of the top 5 ever. Kim Arbuckle's house.
Wow. Maybe he's partying right now.
He's probably at Prime 47 eating away.
Man, that VIP dinner
Doing his
was
thing.
amazing.
Bridget saw her name.
See, the names are in there, guys. We aren't making this up.
Wait till we see Jennifer.
Everyone
White.
didn't like the original canasta. We got away with it, and now they're mad at the digital one. I mean, we can't win. We're trying.
I like the old one.
I know it was a little nostalgic in my opinion. I liked it.
Maybe we bring it back.
We'll bring it. We should bring it back every once in a while.
Yep.
Okay. We'll talk to them about that. All right. Sorry, Kim.
All right, so who's next?
No bueno.
Who is next?
Let's go. Let's go. Matthew.
Matthew Persons.
Matthew Persons.
Let's go.
Could be a new
Persons.
BYS
Who knew the
network
Persons?
member.
Chuck Persons.
Yeah, he's in BDC.
Matthew Persons and BDC. All right, where you at? Matthew.
Man, him and his wife were like studying the content after marketing in between sessions, staying up late at the pool. Like, it was awesome.
I love it. See, they missed the old squeak. I do too.
Right.
I oiled that thing up. That's what happened. I oiled it up. It wasn't the same. Nobody liked it.
Missing persons.
Missing persons. That's good stuff. Good stuff, McCoskey. I like that.
All right.
Now, 0 for 2. I told you this is not looking good.
Oh,
That's a real person for sure.
Let's
That's a real
go.
person.
I
Nikki
saw her
Madison.
earlier.
I think I saw her earlier too.
We about to break the spell.
Oh,
Might
come
be.
on, Nikki.
Well, I think Robert's energy is overpowering, or at least balancing.
Let's
out
hope
No
so.
Pay Patty.
Let's go.
That no pay Patty power was strong.
She
for a
was here
while.
earlier.
So Nikki was on,
Oh,
but
no.
we gotta make
Oh.
sure we get the comment.
Oh no!
Oh.
I told you. No pay Patty power is something special.
Oh. Nikki.
Oh, was she not on? Oh man.
Oh.
Somebody's gonna text her. and
That's
be
brutal.
like,
I mean, I
Man.
get listening to me and Bobby and James for 45 minutes is not the easiest thing to do. So,
But you
I
would
mean,
have
if somebody wins this 500, they've definitely earned it. But man, oh, that's brutal.
Oh man. All right. Well,
You're right, Lonnie. I did call her out.
We got 2 more names. Let's see who we get.
Helen Miller. Let's
Helen
go.
Miller.
Let's go. Let's.
Somebody said something about a Powerball thing. I was thinking about how would we do that, but maybe everybody gets do like a,
Everybody gets a number.
I'd be down to buy like a legit lottery Powerball thing with a bunch of ping pong balls in it. That'd be
Like-
pretty sweet.
Text or email like tickets. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pick your numbers.
Oh no.
Oh, they could get number tags if they came into the group, and then we could.
Yeah, like member numbers.
Yeah. We could add member numbers. I didn't think about that.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
No dice
Now,
for
no dice for Helen Miller. We're down to our last straw.
The last name. What's it gonna be? No pay Patty.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's not great. Told you, I don't know what it is. I love giving away money, but especially when it's not even my money.
Right? All right, here we go.
Gina.
Eilerstein? Eilerstein? That's a new one for me.
It is Gina.
Gina. Let's go, Gina.
It reminds me of.
I
Marty.
did see Natalie's name right there. Natalie said so close. I saw it. She almost got it.
So close.
Gina.
Let's go.
I'm telling you, no pay Patty strikes again. It's just uncanny.
Man.
It's uncanny. I even got somebody that was on to leave the live to lose. That's a gift in itself. That's pretty
gonna be a
powerful
clip,
stuff.
James.
That is bad. Man. Well, I'm thankful everybody stayed on and listened to us this whole time. And hopefully we didn't bore you and gave you some kind of inspiration and joy and maybe made you smile at least once. Skippy Doo, we appreciate all the positive vibes and comments tonight. Love it. Sorry we couldn't give away any money, but we should have known when I was on here that it wasn't going to happen. So,
Hey, can all of you do me a favor and go tag Nikki in my post in the BDC page that she won tonight, but she didn't win tonight.
man, I'm sad for Nikki. That's rough.
But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for showing up. And we'll see you in Indy.
Yeah.
All-Star
Bobby,
Weekend.
thanks for sharing your story tonight. Again, I find it very inspirational. That was cool to me.
Thank you.
That you went for it. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I'm glad you're here.
Man.
But again, like I said, we'll be here All-Star Game next week. Anybody that still can make it happen, we'd love to have you. Still got a couple spots left in the dinner and a couple podcast spots available as well. So, like I said, hit us up. But I guess in the words of old Sean Stradamus, see ya.